I'm John Guyton. I'm not at the studio, as you probably can see. I am still here. I've got a shout out to the Roxborough. You can see it in the back. I've got a delayed flight to catch, so we're gonna do this thing proper. Like, if it's your first time here, welcome. If it is not your first time here, welcome back. It's real simple. You give me a word, I put it into a talk. I'll take your words, phrases, questions, something you're focused on, something you're struggling with. Either way, I'm going to take that and put it into a talk on the spot. I'm also going to ask, why in the world, if anybody knows on Instagram, why in the world does my video keep changing? It keeps going from big to small, big to small. I'm wondering what the heck that's about. Maybe I can get somebody to fix that. But it's all right. We'll be back tomorrow in the studios. I won't have to press all the buttons, but right now I am pressing all the buttons. So yeah, I have a delayed flight I'm gonna have to catch here in a little bit. So let's get to it. Throw me your words. You guys can also play too. If you want to say a word, I'll just work it into a talk, and it's on the spot. So yeah, that's how we do it. Throw in the chat. So I see you guys on we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're not on Twitter. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and we're on LinkedIn, and where else are we? I think that's it. YouTube as well. So there it is. All right. I'm just gonna get my glasses so I don't squint, just like I did before. Yeah, put these glasses on. Now I can see. Cool. All right. All right. You already know what it is. All right, man. I gotta tell you. Uh, oh, Vaca, what's good? You know, if you guys don't know who Vaca Manapune is, he's one of the greatest guys I've ever known, man. A really good dude. Good family man. Great athlete. But just a great guy. Um, Pretty amazing and funny stories. Maybe we'll tell one now. Who knows? All right, throw me your words and your phrases. Yeah, uh-huh. That's what it is. All right, Dom. Sorry I wasn't able to connect, man. Quick trip in and out. I am in Southern California, but I am on my way out of here. I'm headed to the airport. If you're anywhere near Seal Beach, you could actually just give me a ride to the airport if you wanted to. Otherwise, I'll be getting into an Uber. So all good. All right, let's do it. If you're here and you are in the comments, throw a comment in, and I'll turn that into a talk. I don't have my music. I don't have any of that stuff today. We're just gonna rock and roll and take care of it. So, um, absolutely, absolutely, 100%. Yep, all good. You're afraid of the workout. I get it. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. It's you and it's you, Dominic, and Jared are the two people that I don't care to work out with because you're on a different level. You do different things, and I don't enjoy it at all. It's so rigorous. It's yeah, no, no, I can admit that. Yeah, I can admit that. You are the two people that when you guys invite me to work out, I decline. I try my best to decline. It's like I'm really not trying to do it. Jared was telling me that before he, he starts his workout, he'll go do like I don't know 40 on the stair stepper. How much do you do? 120 flights of stairs before the workout starts. 120 flights of stairs before the workout starts. Are you are you that committed? That's different. That's different. Yeah, I like to do certain things, but some things that's tough. 120 flights of stairs before. All right, all right, all right. Give me something to talk about, and I'm gonna rock and roll with it, either through you guys or on. Oh, I gotta check the LinkedIn chat too and the YouTube chat. My bad. My bad. Okay. Ooh, self accountability. So that's an easy one. Okay, we got self accountability. Um, Despair. Oh, love it. Okay, so we got self accountability. We have despair. Cool. All right. I'll be watching the chat. So if you throw another word in, that's cool. But I'm going to start with that. That's absolutely fantastic. Plantation. We've got self accountability, we've got despair, and we have plantation. That is, that, okay. We're gonna work it out. We're gonna work it out just like that. All right. it's it's just a few days into the new year, and right now everybody is kind of on the situation where they're saying, "Oh, new year, new me. I've got new goals. I'm trying to do. I got all these things I want to do. I got this project I want to get off the ground. I'm trying to sell this show to the network. I got all these things I want to do." However, the good majority of individuals, if they don't understand their state of mind, they will fail. Let me explain what I mean. There are four states of mind, and each state of mind is critical to understand what it is when you specifically are in it and what to do to get out of that state of mind. Let's imagine that in front of you, you see a forest, and this forest is super thick. You can't see through to the other side. If you look to your right, it's just forest as far as the eye can see to your right and to your left, and you're at the edge of the forest. And somebody says, "Hey, I need you to get from here to the other side of the forest." Now, depending on your state of mind, you're going to respond to that request in different ways. The first state of mind is despair. All right. If you're in despair, you are in a plantation of your own limitations. You argue for your limitations. You know what you don't know, and you are going to fight violently to protect yourself or what you think is protecting yourself. In that situation, you're going to literally look at that person and go, I can't do that. I can't do that. There's no way I can get through this forest. I don't know anything about survival. I know nothing about this. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. No, I'm not going to do it. It's not going to happen. That's called despair. Yeah, you know you're in despair when you are actively arguing for your limitations and be you can't be convinced otherwise. The second state of mind is the most common state of mind in the world. It is absolutely the most common. 80% of the people watching this, 80% of the people in the world are in this state of mind on a normal basis, and it's called naivete. A person in naivete would take that request to go from one side of the forest to the other, and they'd say, "Cool, yeah, we'll be there in about a half hour." Yeah, they just throw it out. They make promises that they don't keep. They say things that are not rooted in any sort of fact, any sort of research, any sort. They don't anticipate possible breakdowns, nothing. They just say things. It's empty promises. It's hollow confidence. And most people live their lives in naivete. Yeah, yeah, we'll get through in about 30, 45 minutes. What do you mean 30, 45 minutes? How do you know it's going to take you 30, 45 minutes? Have you ever even gone through a forest? You know nothing. Doesn't matter to the person in naivete. And the worst part is they don't even know they're doing it. They're so rooted into naivete that they have no idea that they're in it. The third state of mind is what they call adult. Now, adults get things done, but they are reactionary, right? They do things reactively, not proactively, and they are dependent. So these types of folks, if you're in an adult state of mind, you're saying, all right, I could get through this, but there's probably some sort of jungle guide or somebody that can help me. I'm going to wait for them and then I'll go through. So they're not going to go by themselves, but they'll wait for someone else and then they'll go through to help them and guide them so that they can follow kind of through that thing. So that's that. And then the fourth state of mind is ambitious adult. Ambitious adults understand that to get anywhere, you must collaborate. You've got to take action. They know what they know, but they also know what they don't know. And they understand that they need to collaborate with others to fill in the gaps. They are willing to get out there and get things started. Somebody who's ambitious adult mindset, that state of mind, they're going to be, hey, do you know how to do this? Do you know how to do that? Great. Let's put together. Okay, let's figure this out. Do you know anything about making a fire? All right, you start on that. All right, let's figure this. They're just really going to get after it. They will have learned more in the first hour than all three other state of minds combined. When you have that state of mind, that's when you're the most productive. That's when you can make things happen. That's when you can what they call goal set to the now. Goal setting to the now is when you ever seen those Russian matryoshka dolls? It's like a doll inside of a doll, inside of a doll, inside of a doll, inside of a doll until it's one little thing. That's basically goal setting to the now. You take your someday goal and you ask yourself, okay, to achieve the someday goal, what is the one thing I need to do next 5 years? Okay, based on my 5 year goal, what's the one thing I need to do in the next year? Okay, based on my 1 year goal, what's one thing I need to do this month? Based on this month's goal, what's one thing I need to do this week? Great. Based on this week's goal, what's one thing I need to do today? And based on today's goal, what's the one thing I need to do right now? It's called goal setting to the now. So understand what state of mind you're in. Now, if you heard the definition of those four states of mind, you're already a step ahead of 90% of others because you know what they are. So you can in one given day, you can be in all four states of mind at different times of the day depending on what's going on. You just recognizing where you are is the first step. Then after that, then you have to have enough self-accountability to get yourself out of it. Self-accountability is all about self-accountability is all about radical or what I call radical self-inquiry. It does matter what happens around you, but the focus is no matter what happens around you, it's what you do, it's what you say, it's how you feel, it's your next action that matters most. It's what you're telling to yourself that matters most. If you've got something that you need to do, but an outside force changes your trajectory, it's the most important thing is what you say to yourself. It's the actions that you say for you. It's when bad things happen, right? When things go left, don't go with them. If things go left, don't go with them. You understand that? There's always going to be something that is going to take you off of the path that you're on. You're just rolling down, everything's fine, and then boom, you got this, boom, you got that. A lot of folks, in fact, I was having a conversation today, and he was saying, hey, look, I just feel like I'm being pulled in all these different directions. Think about that. You're being pulled in all these different directions. Who's in control? You or the forces pulling you in these different directions? When you take charge of your outcomes, when you take full ownership of the outcomes in your life, and you say to yourself, I am radical self inquiry, which means I'm always going to ask, what can I do? How can I change my state of mind? How can I put myself in the best position to win? When you start doing that, everything changes. When you argue, on the other side of things, when you argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. Think about that for a second. When you argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. Who would want to keep their limitations? Who would want to keep with the things that are holding them back? Who would want to hold on to the things that are stopping them from doing what it is that they want to do? Not me. Hopefully not you as well. So I'll leave you with this. There's something that you want to do because if there wasn't, you wouldn't be listening to this right now. And whatever that thing is going to require action from you. And when you start to take that action, I can almost guarantee that at some point, something's going to happen that you didn't expect to happen. Something's going to happen that's not ideal for you to happen. And it's then that you have the opportunity to ask yourself, what can I do to improve my results? Ask yourself, what audible can I call? What new action can I take to keep myself on the path to achieve my goals? Hey, look, I hope this was helpful for you guys. I have a flight to catch. I'm John Guyton. This was Motivation on Demand. Tomorrow I'll be back at the studio, so back in the normal setting. All right. I'll see y'all later. Peace.